So let's start. Yes, so welcome everyone to this webinar, the second webinar from Elephantis about our extensions. I would like to thank also SAP product managers, Mark and Yonela, who are joining today and are going to host this webinar with us. I don't know, Mark, if you want to introduce yourself in a few words, and Yonela.
Yes, thank you. I will try to keep it short. So my name is Mark Fröhlich. I'm a product manager at SAP Field Service Management, and I'm, among other things, responsible for the extensibility, mainly in the web application. But as you learned today, also we work together with a mobile team to bring you a consistent experience for all kinds of extensions.
Thank you.
Right, and I'm Janela Glansman, Area Product Manager at SAP Field Service Management, and together with Mark and the other POs and APOs, we look towards a better platform in terms of business rules, extensibility, and the screen configuration on my side, as well as all the other capabilities that extend towards the mobile in terms of extensibility or the other parts of the product to which we collaborate together. Thank you.
Thank you. Antoine, you want to maybe introduce yourself?
Yes, Antoine, co-founder of Elephantis with Julian, and I'll be here to answer all of your questions if needed.
Yes, thank you. Maybe you have joined this webinar, but you don't know who is Elephantis. So maybe in a few words, we have. So we are a company. We are doing FSM implementation. We have a 7-year experience of successful implementation in various areas: utilities, facility management, industrial equipment maintenance. We rolled out FSM for more than 140 companies and more than 5,000 users in 16 countries in the world. Together with our consulting and implementation activities, we are also developing extensions on top of SAP Field Service Management. And this is why we are doing this webinar, also to explain to you what are extensions and how to use them and what you can do with them. We had a first webinar 3 months ago. I don't know if you if every one of you were able to attend it, where we talked about extensions in a general way, extension from SAP Field Service Management. So we will go quickly through a reminder of what extensions are, because today we are going to focus on mobile extensions. But before the focus on mobile extension, it's, I think, interesting to remind ourselves what are extensions, generally speaking. Then we will show you how to install your first mobile extension. You are going to be able to do that with us. And then we will present a real-life example. So the first mobile extension is a demo extension, just so you see how to install that. But then we are going to focus on one example we develop for our customers, which is called self-dispatch. Don't hesitate to throw questions. We will have some time at the end of this call to answer them. So let's go to a quick reminder of what extensions are. So briefly, an extension, if I want to summarize it, is basically a new and a custom user interface inside of FSM. You can see on the screen here a clock. This is a demo extension from the web application, but it shows that, you know, within the side panel of the planning board, I'm sure that you know this side panel and you know this screen, there is the possibility to add some new user interface with pretty much a lot of things. Here it's a clock, but it's inside FSM, and that's I think very important. And it's here on the web, but also on the mobile. We will see that. It's a new user interface, sorry, and it has access to the FSM context. So the extension knows who is, once you are in the extension knows who is connected, as all the user rights and accesses. So it's very secure on one hand, and you access the FSM context. So it means that, for example, if you are on a region, you will see only the activities, for example, for your region. So it's really reading the FSM context based on the user who is logged. And it gives freedom to implement any desired logic. I don't know if you can implement everything, but pretty much a lot of things, let's say. Here you can see we have added an approval process with a small pop-up that says, okay, it's approved. Typically something which is, in this case, not existing in standard, and that we can extend. So basically those are the extensions. It's secure, it's clean core, very important. You don't have to test everything each time there is a new FSM release. We are not touching anything in the core of FSM, the source code of FSM. So really, it's just reading and using standard APIs to work, and it's tailored to your needs because you can design exactly what you need. They can be built both for web and mobile. At Elephantis, we have created extensions from the web. Skill Manager is one of them, and also Self-Dispatch is the main extension we did for mobile. So today we're going to focus on mobile and on that particular extension. Important information, and then I will hand over to Mark. Since the latest FSM release, mobile extensions are now available through the extension directory. The extension directory, I will show you later on. It's where you can download and install an extension on your account. Previously, it was only for web extension. Now it's available for mobile. So maybe, Mark, I will let you display or present that.
Yes. So the possibility to use a web container to display or embed a separate UI, a different web page inside the FSM mobile application has existed for a while. And I think customers have used that for similar purposes as they would use custom extensions in the FSM web applications. But technically, those were two different approaches, and there was no connection between them. And that would make it difficult for an extension provider like Elephantis, for example, to display their extensions like they could for the web extensions in our extension directory, because it was not possible to kind of include an extension in the extension directory if it was actually targeted at the mobile apps. It was a separate manual installation process for the mobile web containers that had to be done for every company individually. So what we changed was we enabled the extensions to kind of bring their own web container configuration with them, and then enable the extensions web application to manage web containers along with the regular web extensions. So if you go to the next slide, this brings some advantages, of course. Extensions for the mobile apps can now be managed quite conveniently and from the same UI as the extensions that we have for the FSM web apps. If there are extensions that are suited for mobile apps, they can be listed in the extension directory, which I think is also convenient for customers because they find all the available commercial extensions in one place. At the same time, we're fully backwards compatible. So whatever worked for managing web containers before still works. We're just providing an alternative UI, an alternative way to manage them. And For customers that maybe install the same web container in multiple companies, they kind of save themselves the repetitive configuration of the web containers because they put that information into the source of the extension itself, and then they just need to do some clicks to install the extension in the web container. That's what we did. It has been available since the November release of FSM. And yes, so I hand back to you, Julia.
Yes, thank you, Mark. So yes, it means also that on SAP side, you are making this evolve to kind of push a little bit customers and partners to develop extension on their own. I don't know if you want to add something, Ionela, on this topic.
Yes. So indeed, in SAP Field Service Management, we will continue to invest in extensibility as part of our broader product vision. And we do plan to enhance web container capabilities. So generally making the mobile extensibility features more robust. And for you, our goal is to make sure our partners can get easier ways to build extensions for mobile for our mobile applications, and also the features get better integrated within the standard flows. So we have some concrete items at which we are looking at the moment, but more details, I would say, you will get in the upcoming roadmap webinars. Nevertheless, if there are specific questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. So installing your first mobile extension, you will see it's very, very fast. So if you have your mobile and your FSM account in your hands, you can do that together with me. I will stop the presentation. Sorry, I will just switch my screen. Yes, to go on my FSM account. I will maybe log in English. Will be easier for everyone. Sorry for that. So to do so, you can go to this menu and click on Foundational Services. And then you get here to extensions, extension directory. And this is the, let's say, the public repository where partners and customers and SAP can publish public extensions available for everyone. Okay, so you can see here, most of them are have been developed for the web part. You can filter, for example, on Elephantis. These are our three applications extensions we did for web application. But there are also some of them, and we can have a look at the tag available on mobile. For example, weather forecast is one of them. So if I click on it, sorry. So you can see the extension directory is explaining what is the extension for and how it works and so on. And you can click on install. Then you will have a quick installation wizard. You have to agree on this. Click on next step. And here decide on which part of FSM you want to display your extension. So there are several of them on the web part. I will just untick them and only focus on mobile app home screen. So if I click on finish, now the extension is installed, and I will share my mobile phone. And click on Field Service Management. I need to refresh. And if I click on the menu, you can see that now weather forecast is available and is displayed on the menu. So this is very basic application, but just so you can see that it's very, very, very simple to install such an application on your mobile. I can see that time is running, so I will go directly to the self-dispatch. So yeah, we show a demo application, very basic, to show the weather. Now I'm going to show a real example of an application we did for a customer, which is called self-dispatch. So again, I will share my screen. Just a minute. I need to synchronize. Yes, perfect. So if you see my screen, I will click here and we have self-dispatch application that is there. So here the use case is the following. We had some customers for which they wanted their technicians to be able to assign activities to themselves autonomously. Two main use cases for that. The first one was in the utility area. The technician has finished his day. Let's say that he had an activity and finished it earlier than planned. Then he could have a look at activities that are unassigned, that a planner did not assign to anyone, and check if there was some activity he could take for himself since he has finished this day. So that was the first use case, and interesting here was to see the activities around himself, so around his geolocation. The second use case is sometimes on some teams there is no dispatcher at all, or they are not used to have a dispatcher, so they have for historical reason always asked the technicians to act autonomously and to assign to themselves the activities. So it's also a use case that we have seen and for which we have developed this self-dispatch application. So initially, the self-dispatch application is, so it's on the mobile, of course, for the technician, and it's a list of activities that are not yet dispatched to anyone. And this is also a problem that we had and with those customers, is that in FSM Mobile, the activity must be dispatched to a technician, either yourself, either another one. But if it is not dispatched at all, then you cannot see it in the mobile application. So it means that a planner needs to dispatch to someone before anyone can see it in the mobile application. So here with self-dispatch, we are using the standard APIs to look for activities that are not yet dispatched to anyone. Okay, so that was the first thing we did. And we have this list that the technician can use. And you can see here that we have filters. So filters is a way to narrow down the activity you want to see. So for example, if I want to see the activities for this customer, for example, I apply and I would see also only the activities for that customer, 2 of them. I can reset my filter and check for activities with priority high. I can combine filters, of course. High priority and service call type unplanned. And I can select and take, it's a translation issue here, prendre means take for myself. If I click on this button, then I will assign to myself. I will do that just later because I want to show you that on top of these filters, We have also, and that was the second timing, we have also created this button to geolocate the technician. And here the system is asking, okay, you want to see the activities that are nearby. I will choose minor to 5 kilometers to myself. And here you can see that all these activities are actually 1.3 kilometers, 1.8 kilometers, and so on, minus 5 kilometers. Here I can also use the filters if I want to see only the high priority. It will combine both the geolocation and the high priority filters. And again, here I can select that and take it. This will assign the activity to myself. And then, so that was the second timing. And now we are very pleased to tell you that at last we managed to add a map view. This was something that customers were looking for a lot because there is no map view in SAP Field Service Management in the standard application. So now we have managed to add this map view, and basically this is the technician can have a look on the map. He can see, zoom out, zoom in, and see all the activities that are in his area. Can click on it to have some information about the activity and take it. Also, filters are applicable if I want to see only the high priority ones. Then I will see only those two. Okay. And then, and this is what I wanted to show you, I can, as a technician, take the activity to myself. So the activity is assigned successfully. And if I go back to SAP Field Service Management, what's happening? Yeah. Right, and I synchronize. You will see that the activity I've just assigned to myself is now in my schedule. So I can have a look. It's a normal activity. It's exactly as if a planner would have dispatched the activity to myself. So that was for the demo. I can see that we have 5 minutes left. So let me go quickly on that. So you have seen the demonstration. This is everything I talked about during the demo, everything, the pain points that we solved. Here you will have this slide, so you will be able to click on this link to have more details. Conclusion, and then we will go to question and answers. So extensions are a new user interface inside of SAP Field Service Management. Web and mobile, it has access to the FSM context. And it gives the ability to implement custom logic. It's secure, respect the clean core, and is tailored to your business. Two types of extensions: public extensions, the one that are on the extension directory, which aim at a large number of customers. For example, self-dispatch is not yet on the extension directory, but it's going to be very soon. Or tailored extension that are really for one customer, the customer that asks for it. It's not available on the extension directory, and it aims at covering specific use cases. We have some of them, but we cannot disclose them publicly, so please do not hesitate to contact us. As a final statement, SAP FSM delivers value very fast and keeps evolving, and extension enable you to make it tailored and even faster to adapt to your business evolution. Let's go for question and answers. I think I need to leave this. I don't know if there are some questions. How do we remove unwanted tiles from the shell apps? This is not strictly linked to extensions, but there is. I think maybe Antoine, you want to take that quickly.
Yeah, I think it's more a question relevant to SAP. To be honest,
Yes.
some of the tiles are let's
Okay,
go.
some of the tiles on this. Okay.
So if you are referring to the general tiles, there is what we call UI permission as of now to remove certain tiles. Not all of them can be removed due to permissions which are set up. And if you're referring to extension tiles that appear on the home screen and so on, you can just disable or the extension, or you can delete the extension and they will disappear. Yeah.
All right. Next question. Could you explain how the in-install extension process work? Yes, of course. Very basic weather forecast. You click on it, you delete it. And then it's uninstalled. So very, very simple. Could you please show us how self-dispatch functionality got enabled so that we see on mobile app? So we are going to release self-dispatch on the extension directory. So you will be able, in the coming weeks, to install it the exact same way I have installed the weather forecast application. So exactly the same. In the meanwhile, if you cannot wait for a few weeks, then please contact us. We can still install you if you want to see it, or if you want us to demo it, or if you want it to be installed on your company to test it. We can do it before we release it on the extension directory. So just send us an email. At the end, there are my contacts. So please contact us and we will explain to you. In the self-dispatch, does it shows the activities only on the current day or also future days activities to self-take over? No, it's actually all the activities that are not dispatched. So really all the ones that are in the bucket under the planning board with no by default or not any filters on the date. So you can see also future days activities. Is there a cost behind this extension self-dispatch? Yes, there is a cost for extension. Public extension, we are having a subscription model, licensing model. So you can use it. It's like adding a license cost on top of that. Yes. For custom or tailored extensions, it's not like that. It's more like a project that we do for you, and then you get the extension for yourself. And the cost is explained, is displayed on the extension directory. We are on top of the hour. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. Thank you very much for your questions. If you're interested in learning more, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We would love your feedback. If you can take 2 minutes just to say how we did. And also, I will send to you the slide deck, and you will see also the link for the recording of the previous webinar, which was on extensions, generally speaking. So web in particular. Thank you very much. Have a good day and see you soon.